What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I'm J-Lag, and I'm here with
N-Bea.
And we are doing episode 2.
Game of Thrones, episode 2. Stormborn.
Yeah.
What did you think? Good or bad?
Fantastic episode.
Okay. We didn't watch it together for the first time ever.
No.
We didn't watch it together, but it was good. It was a very fast
fast-paced.
Very fast-paced, constantly switching. Like in my notes, it's like back and forth, and like so much happened. But also like really nothing happened. But it was still good.
It was set up, but it was like some action, a lot of action at the end.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Yeah. So we started off in Dragonstone.
Yeah.
It was like a storm.
I was like hoping for a flashback.
Oh,
Real talk. I was like,
praying.
is this the night that she was born? Like, are they gonna do like a quick like Khaleesi baby scene?
Nah.
And I'm like, no, they wouldn't, of course. And it was just like a storm, and like she's watching like the storm from her like balcony.
Yeah, and then
Tyrion says that he's like, this was like the night that you were born.
Yeah,
like,
it's so funny because like what does he know about her history?
Yeah, as if like he was alive when she was born too. He's like, I know, I was there.
She's like, I don't remember that.
But I guess
either.
he read it, right? Like he's read all like the stories and stuff. Yeah.
So, he does say to her like, we're not gonna stay at Dragonstone very long. Like, don't get too like, antsy. And so yeah, they're essentially trying to plan their like next attack. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I think she was like, she's pretty impatient, and I was kind of shocked at that because I was like, oh damn, girl, like I thought you take things like kind of slow and like you kind of like think things through, but she was like, let's go, like the Mad King or whoever, Aegon, whatever she was saying. Yeah, she's like, they didn't wait to like go to the King's Landing, like they went straight there and like took it over.
Exactly.
But he was like, we don't want a kingdom of like ashes. Like you want people to still like be loyal to you and like be alive. Yeah, like you could go kill them now, but like
he says like we can't win without becoming a slaughterhouse. Like we can like win without killing everybody.
Let's like do this like the smart way. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting because I think they mentioned the Mad King so many times this episode.
So many times.
And how psycho he was and how like a crazy ruler he was. So she's going to have to like really like pull back that in her, like, because it's in her, right?
Yeah, and it's also like the image that everybody has, you know. Yeah, like Cersei's the one.
Yeah, and she's getting like she gets there, but like they have to bring her back each time.
Exactly, and now she has like this like group of advisors who are like really really helpful.
Yeah, so then I guess that's the scene where Varys is like, oh, she like books Varys. She's like, so after like Tyrion like tells her like, well, girl, like let's chill for a sec. Varys is like, she's like, didn't you like side with like
she
like came out of nowhere. She's like, weren't you on Robert's side when like the Mad King and like you took over, and then like, she's like, you were like with my dad first and then you went, and he's like he like glitched out. He's like I just like kind of like did what I had to do.
Yeah,
and he was
like to survive.
Yeah,
and then he's like,
and he was basically saying like, if you want someone who's a blind like person who's like loyal to you, like I'm not gonna be that. Like I'm gonna like go with the flow kind of, and like, you know, like try to like serve you as best as I can. Right. Take it or leave it. Yeah. And then she was like, okay, like she smirked at him and she was like, okay, cool. Like, but you're gonna like pledge to me that like you have my back. And and she said something really cool because she was like, when I mess up, don't go behind my back and like conspire against me to bring me down. Like tell me that I'm messing up. Yeah. Tell me I'm doing wrong. Yeah. So that I can fix myself.
Instead of like turning around and like running to somebody else.
Yeah, like because that's exactly what they were doing. Like as soon as like the king would glitch out, they would go and be like, oh, he's glitching out. Let's go like kill him.
Let's go find somebody else.
No, like tell her that she's making a mistake and like fix it.
Yeah, and that's all she can really ask for is for her like king to be like true to her.
It was really huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
and like
cool.
he smiled too because he was like, what an amazing like ask of her to him. Right.
Exactly. And then what else happens in
and
that
then
scene?
So then like I think that was it.
And then it cuts to the
and then they're like, which was kind of weird because Grey Worm was like, you have a guest. I was like, how do you know? Like you've been here the whole time. Like what, you looked over the balcony and saw her
this whole time. So
and guess who rolls up?
Hey girl, hey. Melisandre.
Were you shocked? Were you shocked that it was her?
You know, I think that was her next plan of attack anyway. Like that was her
because I wasn't sure where she was going. To
she
be
like
honest,
dipped right from life.
I thought she was going to King's Landing or something.
Yeah, true. The last time we saw her, she was in Winterfell and she got exiled. She's like, don't ever come back.
Literally, like she was dipping from life because she was so embarrassed.
Like left, and so now she's in Dragonstone, which
when
is
they
really
said there's someone with the, what do they call her? They're like a woman from like the Lord of Light or something, and I was like, no, it can't be her, Melisandre. She's like somewhere else, right? And then it was her. I was like, oh shit, like it is her. Like she came through.
Well, she has allegiance now to like the Red Priestesses because they helped in like Yunkai or like one of those places.
True. And Khaleesi knows that whole religion, right? Because of that thing.
Exactly.
So
like
she
they
like
held everybody together. Essentially.
So she was like nobody believes in the Lord of Light like here, right? And Melisandre's like, yeah, like not as much as like over there, I guess.
Yeah, so that's like
so they're gonna like probably band together.
Yeah,
but I love
best line ever. What did you get the line?
What is it?
No, say what you're gonna say first.
No, I just love how she like dropped Jon Snow's name like so quick.
She's like Jon Snow,
because I was like, okay, what's the relation here?
Yeah,
is she even gonna mention Jon Snow? Like, what's her motive for this? Like for this introduction? Maybe she doesn't want to know. Or she doesn't want to tell her about Jon Snow. So I wasn't sure. But as soon as she said it, I'm like, sickening.
It was cool to see. She's that, like,
and then like Tyrion's like, ooh, I know Jon Snow.
Yeah, everybody was like,
everyone was like, ooh, yeah. And she was like, I know him.
Yeah.
I brought him back to the light. She didn't say that though.
She didn't say
no, she missed that part.
But she
was like, yeah, she was like, I. There's a prophecy or whatever.
So that was the part that I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
The prophecy is the prophecy that we all know. It's the one where like the prince. That was
there will be a prince who like
was like meant to come,
survives the longest night or something.
He will bring the dawn.
Is in the longest night. Yeah,
is like the translation.
So I guess
it's like
the White Walkers.
Yeah,
is that what it means?
Or like turn winter back into like spring.
Oh, okay.
Like it won't be like a long winter again. So essentially, like it's this whole thing. And last season, we all kind of theorized that it was Jon Snow that she's talking. She's talking about this guy, this prince who's gonna come back, who's like reincarnated to help
to save the world,
to save the world essentially. But we learned this,
which was kind of cheesy, to be honest. I know. Like it was like a little like okay, like why was this mentioned like 4 seasons ago?
In the real translation, which is like explained by
because basically what happens is Melisandre's like, there's a prince, and Khaleesi's like, okay, it's a prince. What do you want from me? I'm not a guy, obviously.
So like I can't.
And then like Missandei's like, hold up.
She's like,
she goes, the literal translation is it's a gender fluid. Like, I'm like, okay, guys, come on.
It's like prince or princess.
Okay, Melisandre, you fucking missed that like little like fucking.
So either way, she's like, Khaleesi, you are important.
So
in
it
this
could still
role.
be Khaleesi.
Either way, yeah, it could be whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. But at the same time, I mean, she's the one that does fit like that role the most.
Yeah,
she's got the dragons.
Yeah.
So,
but I honestly never heard that quote and it was like, oh my god, it's one or the other. It's gonna be like, I don't see it that way. I kind of see them like on the same team, like working together.
I mean, of course, I think,
but maybe it's gonna be that. Maybe it's gonna be one or the other. I don't know.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see where like it all like kind of rolls out. But essentially, she says, okay, fine, bring this man over.
Yeah, like bring Jon Snow.
I'm down to hear. Like he sounds really interesting.
Yeah. And cool Tyrion was like, I know him. Like he's really like, he's a cool guy. Like his dad died by like Cersei's hand, so like he'll be on our side too.
Right.
And Khaleesi's like, cool.
And then she's like, that I'm down for that. However, he has to come here, and then he has to bend
and Tyrion's like, Urgh.
He's like, okay,
like, okay,
I'm
girl.
gonna write like a really nice email to him, and then see what happens. Next. So that's what he does. And we cut to Winterfell next. And in Winterfell,
King's Landing.
Winterfell first, because they get the message. They get the
it was quick. The
email. They get the Raven come through. Yeah. And he like opens it up, and he's like, "Oh, this chick wants to like see what I'm
so fast. I was like, "Oh, I like this." Like it was like sped.
That's what I liked about this episode. And like you said, like it was very like fast paced.
So it was a little weird how he got hers before Sam's. But maybe that's because like Sam's is farther. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
That didn't make because I thought it was Sam's Raven. Because like that would make sense. He sent it last episode. Like, you know what I mean?
That's so true.
So yeah. Anyways,
so he gets it and he's reading it and he's talking to Sansa and Sansa's like, "You can't do this.
She's like, "Don't go."
It's not a good idea." She's like, "You can't really be thinking that that's a good idea." But he's like, "I don't know, man. She's pretty powerful.
Like she has dragons.
She's got dragons. Like." You know, he's kind of seeing it on like the high level point.
Yeah, like let me just go talk to her. Like let's just see how this goes.
And I don't think like anybody else is like against like them banding together at some point in time. I think just right now like his focus is like the White Walkers and trying to figure out that shit. So I guess he really wants to just make sure that he's
smart. He knows that they can't do it alone. Yeah. With whatever they have right now, they can't beat the White Walkers.
Of course.
So he knows he's gonna have to like make friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but I don't know why Sansa's so like close-minded.
I think she's
like now.
I think she's mostly just like first
worried.
of all, who's like, is this really Tyrion?
But like,
she doesn't trust anybody. She doesn't trust anything that's going on. True. But she does say that Tyrion is like a pretty cool guy. He's like the nicest one. Yeah. So like I would trust him if it was him.
If it was him.
But I don't know. And she's like, it's such a risk. Like, you're the king of the north. Why are you going all the way down there? Yeah. So he's like, all right, let's park this for now. Yeah. And then it cuts to King's Landing. Yeah. And Cersei is like on her throne and she's like pulling out those like political note stops. Like she's like, you get a job and you get a job. Yeah.
Cersei is fake news, first of all. Cersei is fake news. Oh my God. She's like, I heard Khaleesi over there killed everyone in Slaver's Bay. She killed all the innocent people and hung them. I'm like, no, she didn't. I mean, you be fake news. I mean, she did, but like, there was a reason for all of that. Like, she's not telling you the whole story, obviously.
Yeah. Well, she killed the nobles, but the nobles were slave owners.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, true." They're like, "Khaleesi's like ruthless savage."
Yeah, but so she's talking mainly to like the Tyrells.
The Tyrells because she wants their
Tyrell
army.
Associates.
It's what's his face? Tarly.
Yeah, Samuel Tarly's dad.
Yeah. So I guess he maybe has the army for the Tyrells.
He's a commander, allied with the Tyrells. So essentially, she's pulling all these like smaller castles together who were banded because
they want to kill. They want to kill the Tyrells.
Exactly, and be like, come on our side. Yeah. The Tyrells were bullshit. I'm the real queen. And I'm gonna save you from like this crazy ass. So
she's convincing. I guess it's Sam's dad, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's Sam's dad, and I think like a few other small castles.
So then she talks whatever, like, and then they dip, and then Jaime goes up to him again,
right?
And is like, no, like you need to help us.
You need to come through for us
and like overthrow Ilana, like Tyrell, because like she's siding with Khaleesi and the Dothraki, and he's basically making them like so fearful of the Dothraki. He's like, they're gonna come and like,
he's like,
like burn our like towns and like rape our women.
Yeah,
like,
it was really interesting to see like them like use this like fear tactic to be
like, of course.
Like, would you want these like
these
foreigners?
New foreigners? Like they said foreigners.
I was very like, I was like, oh damn, this is like real world shit.
Yeah, for sure. And like between him and Cersei, I was like, oh my God.
Like, of course, the Dothraki are like the like mysterious foreigners who like rape and pillage everybody.
I mean, I did like what Tarly said at first. He's like, we know how you guys are. We don't slit the throats of our guests at weddings. Okay, yeah. So like, because he's sketched out by the Lannisters too. He's like, you guys are like snakes. Like, no. But I think at the end, it looked like he kind of like agreed with Jaime.
I don't think he has much of a choice at this point in time because I don't think he wants to like join that side just yet.
I mean, I feel like them showing that scene means that like eventually they'll join their side.
Like join like the Lannister side. Yeah. I think that like
there's no point of having that scene if they're not gonna like do something.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that like it feels like it's more of a reach for him to go all the way to Dragonstone, bend the knee to Khaleesi, because it just doesn't make sense at this point.
Well, yeah, but the grandma's there.
Yeah, the grandma's there. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so essentially Jaime like makes a pretty good case. I was pretty like behind Cersei. Like if I was in that room with Cersei, she knows how to sell some shit.
Oh yeah,
like she was pretty good.
All
at,
these
like,
foreigners coming through, gonna ruin our like world. Yeah, for
she was really really good at telling like things. And the one thing that came up, which I was like, oh no, was everyone was like, but she's got 3 dragons. The last time someone had 3 dragons
sank.
Yeah, I know. I was like, he's like, what are you guys gonna do about that? And then the camera like pans to like
who's that guy? Like
I forget his name. He's like the new like Maester, not Maester. I guess Maester.
I think he's a Maester,
Maester. So he's like the one who brought the mountain back to life.
Yeah.
And so he the camera pans him and he's like, we have some ideas for like what to do.
Because I guess when like Aegon first came, like they killed that dragon too.
No, they're saying like the Aegon came and like the 3 dragons and just took over right away.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like, what are you guys gonna do with these dragons? Yeah. So essentially he's like,
oh yeah, just wait.
We're gonna do something.
Wait 10 more minutes.
Yeah, literally. And so it cuts again to the Citadel because like it was like Sam's dad and then it was like Sam.
Yeah.
So
a lot of cool transitions in this episode. Like
there was a really another cool transition with like Soup and like. Oh, the cutting.
Yeah.
So it shows Jorah and he's having like a doctor's appointment.
Oh my God, Jorah looks so bad. Yeah, he looks brucked up.
So
yeah. Some exfoliation.
The scales are all over like the left side of his body. Yeah. And essentially the Archmaester is like, yo, sorry about it. You should have cut your arm off.
These archmaesters are so savage. Like, and poor Sam's just like there, like helping. He's like, yeah, but you know, like Shireen, like she had it too, and like I was with her, and like I saw her, like it never progressed further. Like, why is that?
Does this look like a baby to you? Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like they just keep shooting Sam down, and I'm like, okay, like how ruthless can these people be?
He's pretty mean. He's pretty mean to like Sam. He's like, you don't know shit. Like, get out
he's
here.
like, you don't know anything. He goes, that's a baby. This is a grown ass man. Like,
yeah. I mean, I guess there's like truth to it, but he doesn't even want to try.
But for people who are so like into this like medical like world, and like they respect the magic of like, you know, health and like science, like can't you believe in something more? Like, can't you like, you know, like try to help this guy,
see if it was gonna work out or not. Exactly.
So anyways, the guy at the end was like, Jorah, like you're dead. Like, we can't help you here anymore.
It was really interesting that you said it last episode too, and like it's definitely coming through once again in this episode, where last episode he was totally doubting the White Walkers were gonna like cross the wall, right? And you were like, it's like this old school versus this new school mindset. 100%.
This guy's going in and really reading these books and really like, it might not apply to every situation, but let me learn about all these different situations first, and like see what happens. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. So it was.
And again, so the guy was like, Jorah, like we can't help you here anymore. Like you're gonna leave, but because like you're a knight,
we give you like an extra.
We'll give you like an extra day.
Yeah, but they're essentially going to send him to like Old Valyria.
Yeah, he said after that go to Valyria. But then like Jorah looked at his sword, so I was like, oh, like is he going to kill himself? Like does he mean like just kill yourself now?
I think that's what he's like giving him the choice to be like just shank yourself and then like move on with your life or whatever, or die. Yeah, and so. But
then it was cute because like when like Jorah was like, I'm Jorah Mormont, Sam's like, you're Jorah Mormont, like he knew right away. Like I got chills. I was like, oh, like so I think there's something there too, that connection, because he knew the father. And,
for sure, and
like
it shows later on in the show, in the episode. So then it cuts to the King's Landing really quickly, and we get the answer that was kind of. We were questioning like, how are they going to kill these dragons if they come through? And they're in the kind of like
there's like the these underground area. Like tombs, I guess.
So I remember this scene from like I think the first season where they showed how all the dragons over the years just got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So it showed like the very first one when Aegon got there, and like it's the gigantic head. And I'm pretty sure like all of Khaleesi's dragons are probably like somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's
I don't think they're as big.
But like somewhere in the middle. So. She sees it, and she was like, she has this whole conversation about how like Robert had them, and he would come down there sometimes, and when
he would hunt and things. So I think he would leave like the skeletons down there.
Yeah, but he would also like come down there to like just like remember that like this is what he conquered. And, like, it was like trophies for him.
Oh, okay.
Because then he was like, I wonder why. Like the other guy was like, I wonder why he didn't even like destroy all these skulls. Yeah, but he's like, it made him feel like, bigger. Yeah, he won. So anyway, there's like that last gigantic one, and then he's like, well, we have to figure out how to like kill these guys, and then they pull out like this gigantic bow and arrow, which was really reminiscent actually of, do you remember the one that what's his name, Joffrey had, the one that like where he was so into killing people,
I guess, but that's like the spear, I think. That's just like the weapon, like a
spear version of it.
But this is like massive.
I'm like, damn, these like freaking like Lannisters love these like fucking spears. So he's like press this button or like pull this lever or whatever. She pulls it and like smashes into the skull of like the biggest dragon, which is across.
So it goes right through the bone even.
And she's like, yeah. So she's like super excited. So now we know that potentially,
but I still don't understand it. Like I get it for the show's sake and for like the story's sake, like they need a massive weapon to kill a dragon, but also dragons are like fast. Like how are you gonna like throw that spear at the dragon?
It's true. I mean, I don't think that there was ever like a question as to whether or not dragons are invincible, but they are extremely powerful animals. Like they have,
like if you can throw a spear at him when he's flying in the air, good luck.
Exactly.
Like,
but also like now I'm scared.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I don't want that
for them even showing that they're gonna do something.
Yeah, for sure. So they're armed with something right now. They're like looking a little bit better in terms of the standing.
They want you to like have that equal like
playing field ish. Because right now we're all behind. It can't be like Khaleesi, right? Like we're like, duh, of course she's gonna win. But like now everybody's kind of like getting their things together. So speaking of Khaleesi, it cuts to Dragonstone, and
I love this scene so much.
So she's so funny because she's like one of those people. It happens all the time when like you hear a word from somebody and then like you use that word like 1,000 times later. So she heard Tyrion say like, you don't want to be a ruler of ashes. And then right in the scene, she's like, I don't want to be the queen of ashes. I'm like, okay, well, you just like
he just told you that. And then he even looked at her. He's like, bitch, that's my line. Like, he looks at her too. But I love how this scene was like, can't remember if they showed Khaleesi in the beginning, but it was like Asha Greyjoy, like Theon's sister, Tyrion, the Sand Snake woman, and then like the lady Lyanna was there too. Like they were all having like a conference meeting. Like it was so cute. Exactly. Because we hadn't seen them all together yet. Yeah. Like we've seen them like joining her like posse. But
and
like
to see all these women around the war table was like a massive situation crazy. Too. Like to see all these strong, powerful women from all these different places in Westeros. And to see them all come together. It almost
felt like a sketch in a way. Because I was like, all these big characters are in one room and they're all like talking. Like, how did this all happen? But we're in season 7, so it totally makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, she does decide at that point in time, even though like the Dorne woman was like, yo, let's go attack right now. And even like Asha, is that her name? Is that right?
Maybe it's from the book. She had 2 names in the book, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But what's her name in the thing then?
I'm trying to figure out what her name is.
Okay.
But anyway, Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Lady,
because she has 2 names.
Lady Greyjoy, she also says, she's like, now's the time to attack. You have 3 dragons. You have a sick like fleet of ships. Like, let's just go and do it. Let's go in, yeah. And her biggest fear, obviously, is exactly what Tyrion said, which is like, we don't want to have anybody like in the crossfire. We don't want to like come in there like rampaging,
guns a-blazing.
Let's figure something out. So they start mapping it out on that gigantic map that Stannis had.
Yeah. And I love this part.
It was so cool. Yeah. So Tyrion's like, okay, you guys are going to come this way.
Yeah.
So I think the plan was that the Dornish people and the Tyrells are going to come together and go after
King's Landing.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, how convenient.
Yeah, like, Alana's like, okay, if you're taking my army, she's like, why did you even bring your army across the water then? I freaking love this woman. I love her. And then Tyrion's like, chill, like 1 second.
And then, oh man, I got tingles.
I know, I was getting goosebumps. Yeah.
He's like, our guys are the Unsullied are gonna have their own special mission.
He goes, everyone knows like it starts from like the home area.
Yeah,
like,
the home base.
The Lannisters have ruled Casterly Rock for like ever.
Yeah.
And if you take down, and he like knocks down the lion, like his home, like that's his home, and it was really like
for him
sad
to, like,
too,
get
right?
Behind,
yeah.
Like her so far to be like,
and I felt like everyone felt it too. Everyone was like, ooh, like he's going in hard.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, the Unsullied people will go there and we'll steal Casterly Rock, and then we'll hold that.
Good. I was like,
and then Alana's like, true. She's like, I'm down for that plan.
Yeah.
It was sick. Yeah.
And then finally, they essentially once again like swear their allegiance to Daenerys, and they're like,
I love that scene with right like Alana and Khaleesi. It was so cool.
That was really good too. But like, the Dorne, she's like, the Dorne people are behind you. The Tyrells are behind you. Like, we're gonna do this. Later, Lena did like a little like head nod. She's
like, yeah,
I love her so much. And then she's like, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I steal you for a minute?
Khaleesi's like, can I like sit like back for a second?
Yeah.
And then they had like a girl talk.
Like a heart to heart with like,
and she was
Tyrell.
like, what did she say though? She said something really cool, because she was like, Alana was like, you know how I survived all these years? She's like men always have power. It's true.
Yeah.
But she's like, I survived all these years because of I ignored them. Is that what she said?
Yeah, she did whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the whole idea.
Yeah.
Like, and then she goes on to say, the lords of Westeros are sheep. Are you a sheep? You're a dragon.
Yeah.
Be a dragon.
Yeah.
And I was
you're
like,
a dragon. Yeah, you're a dragon. Be a dragon.
Oh, God,
but also, I think she was also starting it off by saying like, your dad was a crazy person. Yeah. Like, don't think I don't know that. Like, he was a psycho, and like he didn't rule the kingdoms like properly either.
Like, she's like, everyone that's come before you has like fucked up at some point in time. But the difference here now is I really think they're really pushing this whole idea of like the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah, it's different.
And that she's accepting the advice of other women. You know, I think that completely changes the game. These like men, yes, they're sheep. They listen to what everybody else wants to do. And some of them are like power hungry and crazy. But it's going to be different with a woman ruling
the world.
It was sick.
It was such a good scene.
And to see this woman who's gone through the history.
Yeah.
Like, Olena's gone through it all. She's seen these people come and go.
Yeah. I
mean, she does like talk about like Marjorie's the best.
She's
dead now,
like,
so whatever.
She's like, my granddaughter was the best queen ever.
Yeah, but she did. So yeah, she essentially says like, well, just like do whatever you're gonna do, but like, yeah, just like be a woman, like be a dragon.
Be a dragon because you're a dragon. Yeah. Like be Beyonce because you're Beyonce.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to a really random scene. First of all,
okay,
like,
I think it's random.
Why? So okay, like Grey Worm's like gonna dip like in the morning.
7, episode 2, is that why?
Like, and then Missandei comes in and she's like, I love you or something, and he was like, my biggest fear is that like I love you.
He's like, I have fear now.
Yeah, and he's like, you're my weakness. Yeah. And then like she just gets naked, and then he gets naked, but like obviously he doesn't have a penis, so like
I was like, yeah,
Grey but like I just didn't understand why are we watching this scene right now? Like this is really waste of time.
I didn't mind it. I know that they've wanted. I feel like they've wanted to do this story for
but
such
why?
a long time.
Like there's so many other things to like.
No, I thought it was
like,
cute.
It is cute, but like I just feel like. I thought that already happened last season. I feel like they already had sex last season. Like,
I don't think so. I think they were just like, I like you, and she's like, me too. And then
but I don't know. I just felt like in this crazy episode of back and forth, like like crazy action, like they're like I get it. I love them too. I love the two together, but like
it's you're right. It is one of the episodes that like kind of completely took you out of it because like we see boobs for the first time in like I don't know how many episodes, just because of the fact that they haven't slowed down that hard yet.
Yeah.
Like since like I feel like even like the middle of last season. So to see the scene, it does feel like it's completely out of place because when's the last time we saw this like emotional, like really like human
unless
connection?
It's gonna mean something later on, like Grey Worm's gonna be like, I can't fight anymore, or like I want to be with her,
or
like I can't.
Or he dies like when he's over there, like who knows what's gonna happen. Or he dies,
which probably
like,
is gonna happen.
It'll give like that kind of send off storyline for sure. I think that's probably what, if they set it up for that, or like a really emotional like reunion when they get back together. Who even knows? But I like the fact that they're keeping these characters around. Like I like both of them, Missandei and like
I do. I like they're very cute together.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. Like he's like, I don't have a D, so like I'm gonna have to just go down on you. And she's like, yeah.
The whole time my mom's like, but he doesn't have a penis, right? He doesn't have a penis, right? He can't do anything, right? I'm like, yes, mom. Yes. Okay. Just freaking watch the scene.
Yeah, but he can do something. Anyway. So there's that scene. It kind of moves on from there. You're right. It's a little out of place, but I was okay. I wasn't mad at it. So we come back to the Citadel, and Sam is
again. He's like talking to that guy. He's like, can we see this man?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
He's like, I found this like other thing, and he's like, I found this like neck surgery.
Yeah. He said something like Lord Pius or like King Pius, something, and he was like, that was a next level surgery.
Yeah. And he's like, it was successful, and then he's like, do you know how that guy died? He's like, he died of grayscale. So like maybe you shouldn't listen to him. Yeah. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, why you gotta be so rude?
So, and then Sam's like, F this, I don't care. So he goes and visits Jorah. And then he starts basically like the treatment. He like brings in a tray and he's like, I'm going to save you. Like Lord Mormont, your father, I was with him when he died. And like, I'm not going to be here when you die. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to let you die. Yeah. And then he was like, I think I owe him that. Like, yeah. And so it was really cute.
And so he essentially like opens his book that he opened for the very first time ever.
Jorah's like, this is your first time doing this?
And he's like, yeah, but like mostly like so nobody's going to do this for you. So like you're going to have to deal with it.
So essentially he's peeling off his skin.
I guess he's like peeling it off, but then he's doing like he's
putting an ointment. Yeah,
he's like doing something after with it.
Yeah.
So,
but he has to remove that first. I guess the scales. It was so freaking gross.
It was like, well, it was funny because they cut that scene into like somebody eating food in the next shot. Yeah. So it was like crusty.
Yeah, like right at the end, he digs into his skin, so it looks like it's like pus coming out of his skin. But then it transitions to like Arya like eating soup or a pie or something. So you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was really gross, but like cool cut. But I was like, yeah, this is so nasty. So yeah, I guess they're gonna have to like peel his skin off.
So he'll get treated maybe. Yeah, maybe, and then he'll like go to like Dragonstone after.
Yeah. Who I honestly I don't really know what his purpose is in the storyline anymore, because like if he's gonna get cured, then he's gonna get cured. I wonder if she'll
ever get thing.
Who? Khaleesi?
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be so stupid. And she won't be so stupid to like keep it on her hand. She'd probably like, chop her hand off if she needed to, which is exactly what he should have done from the get-go. So
I kept like so staring at it. Yeah, so then we switch to Arya.
Yeah.
And she's having a hot pie. By Hot Pie.
And then
her old friend.
Yeah, she meets her friend again.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, hey, you're a girl. Cool. He's like, I didn't realize last time.
Yeah.
Didn't he call her like Harry?
No, I think like he knew at the end that she was a girl.
Right.
But most of the time he didn't.
And now her hair's like grown out a little bit.
He's like, you're pretty.
Yeah, he was like low-key hitting on her.
And she was like eating her face off.
And he's like, so what are you up to?
Oh my God,
like, hey, how's it going?
First of all, Arya made me nervous this entire episode.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm on the verge of tears.
Yeah,
I felt like.
Totally.
I was waiting for Nymeria to come through. I was like just a nervous effing wreck. And I was just like shaking. I'm like, I'm gonna cry right now. I'm gonna cry.
Same.
I was just, when she's on screen, I was like just very nervous. So anyway, she's eating this pie.
So she's eating the pie. He like gives her the tea.
Yeah.
He like gives her all the gossip that
Which
she
is
didn't
exactly
even know.
what we were seeing. Remember last week we're like, until she finds out that he's there. So basically he's like, where are you going? She's like, I'm going to King's Landing and I want to see like Cersei.
Yeah.
And he's like, true. And then what did he say? He's like, why don't you go to Winterfell? And she's like, why the hell would I go there? She's like, the Boltons are still there. He's like, nah. He's like, Jon Snow like killed them. He's like, he's the king of the North now.
I was like,
and she like looks up. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
It was such a shiver moment because I was like,
she looks up and she's like, what?
She's like, no, you're lying.
She's like wipes her mouth. True. She's like, okay, bye. And like she dipped.
Like for her to make that realization that she has family that's still alive, like to see her light kind of come back into her eyes, I was like, oh my God, she's wanted to come home all this time because, you know, a part of me did struggle with the fact that like maybe she's like lost.
She's so lost.
She's so dedicated to this mission. She doesn't care who's where. She's like, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll maybe go back to my family. I don't care. Whatever.
But it's true because like she didn't know about them, so it was so amazing that like Hot Pie said it, and even then I was like, oh, but she's not gonna go maybe. Like that's it. Because even at the scene after, when the other people that are going to King's Landing like they dip, she looks at them as if she's gonna follow them and on the horse, like, but then she does a quick turn and she goes the other way. So you're like, okay, she's going to Winterfell. She's
like,
gonna go back to
she's on her way. Oh my God. And then I was like, then I was starting to get emotional. I'm like, oh God, the reunion's gonna happen.
I'm like, I know.
I'm like, oh God.
I'm like, there's like 45 minutes. Like, I can't. I'm gonna cry. I'm like, where's the Kleenex? Like, I can't.
I was like getting so excited. So then it cuts to the north, and then we hear that Jon is deciding to like. And
I'm like, no, your sister's coming.
I was like, don't just stay a little bit longer. I hate when I do that.
I know.
So essentially, he
receives the second raven from Sam.
Yeah.
Now he like receives that one too. And at first I was like, oh, is he gonna think that it's like a lie now? Because like maybe I thought he might think that like Khaleesi sent a second one posing as Sam, but then I'm like, no, like how would she know who Sam is?
yeah, sure. So this is all giving him ammo to have to go to Dragonstone.
You like need to go. Now, yeah.
Right? And so essentially he goes back to his like group and he's like, yo, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And everybody like freaks the fuck out.
Littlefinger, he like found his spot there on that wall. Like he just like lurks there and like gives like side eye.
I really feel like the entire season they're just gonna have him
like lurking. Just, like lurking.
They just like
They probably shot him.
Of him like just like lurking and like smirking the entire
They probably
time.
shot him on one day. Yeah, they paid him for one day and that was it.
That was it. They just cut him in and out of every episode. Yeah. So essentially he's like side-eyeing like Sansa the entire time.
Yeah, because Jon's like turns up now. Jon's like, I'm going to Dragonstone.
Yeah,
like
because everybody's freaking
nobody
out.
Can stop me.
Yeah, but he makes a very good case. He's like, we have no people, we have no dragon glass.
He's 100% right.
Go.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, but you're the king of the north.
And then Sansa's like, send someone else then. Like if he's like, no, she's a queen, I'm a king. Like she's only gonna listen to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, she's my auntie, so like why not? He didn't say that, but like real talk, she is.
Oh God,
but he doesn't know that, and she doesn't know that either. So oh my God.
So then he's like, so Sansa says that. She's like, you bring somebody else who's gonna lead the north. And then he's like, I'm leaving in good hands. And she's like,
who?
And he's
I'm like, you're an idiot. She's so stupid.
Yeah,
she's
but
like,
also,
oh yeah, me true.
But who knows? Like what?
Yeah.
What, like,
but he's like you, and then she's like.
She's
and
like,
then I almost cried again too there.
Yeah, so cute, but also like.
But the whole time I'm like, Arya's coming. Do not leave yet.
Yeah, don't go.
Like I'm yelling at him.
I'm like, who knows what Sansa's gonna do when she gets there.
Yeah, and then so after like that like whole like team meeting,
how weird is that that's the first thing that I thought of was like, what's gonna happen when Sansa's the ruler?
Yeah. I def thought of that. I was like, nervous. Oh shit. I'm like, I wasn't she's gonna be there alone.
I wasn't like, she's gonna like turn up and like do something amazing. I was like, oh God, Sansa, what are you gonna do? Like I got scared. I got nervous for her because especially with Arya coming back.
Yeah, some shit's gonna go down for sure. Man. I almost feel like everyone's expecting this beautiful like reunion, and I feel like that's not what's gonna happen because she's going to Winterfell because she thinks Jon is there, not Sansa. Yeah. So like, I don't think it's gonna be as like clean cut as we think. Anyways,
we'll talk about predictions at the end, but yeah.
Anyways,
that's exactly.
So then like after that meeting, like Jon Snow goes back down there, like to the tombs area, like to like look at who was he looking at? Ned Stark.
He looks at Ned Stark's like statue.
Yeah. So
and
he's
then
looking.
And then fucking Littlefinger rolls up out of nowhere, out of the shadows as usual, and he's like, "I brought those ashes back." And I was like, you're the one who betrayed him in the first place, you asshole. So I was like pretty pissed about like him being down there. And so was Jon. Jon was like, you shouldn't be down here in the first place.
Yeah, like you don't belong down here.
And he's like,
I loved your mom, or like Catelyn, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I loved your mom, I love your sister, like love everybody, and like all the girls in your family. And essentially he's like, you're not supposed to be here. And he's like, well, I haven't had a chance to say hey, so I'm gonna say hey right now.
Like we haven't spoken yet.
So I want to like get to know you and stuff.
Also, Littlefinger making a good point. He's like, I saved you. Like, don't forget that.
Right. He walked away. Yeah, because like Jon's like, I'm gone now. I'm leaving. Yeah. And then he's like, don't I get a thank you?
Yeah. Like if it wasn't for me, we'd be dead. And he's right.
He's right. It's like, absolutely true. But something obviously gets under his skin when it comes to Littlefinger, as it does anybody else, I think, because he's just like a fucking creeper.
Yeah.
So he says like once again, he's like, I love Sansa, and then he throws him to the wall, and he's like, don't you ever fucking touch my sister? I'm gonna. And I felt
like it was such a good like big brother moment, like just like at the core of what it is, like it's such a good like big brother, like
you fuck with my sister,
yeah, like don't touch my sister,
It's like such a it's like a typical like
it's like Riverdale,
it's like any other show,
Riverdale.
Yeah, exactly. So it was cool to see that, and then it cuts quick.
He leaves like literally right then.
Yeah, he's
like I'm like, Jon, you said you're gonna leave like tomorrow. Like Arya's coming.
So speaking,
I was yelling at him. I was yelling. I'm like, so no. Upset. I'm like, just wait. Can't you wait? It's like nighttime. Where are you going?
I know, but at this, and like I feel like this happened at some point in time where like literally the doors close for somebody else, and then like the doors open, someone new comes in.
Yeah, it happened.
Like the red woman came in. Like the next time around.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was like, oh god, Arya's gonna show up like right now. But she didn't. It was just like another shot of like.
I think this was like one of the like saddest scenes ever in the show.
I was like. Like my heart, like I couldn't breathe. I think I was holding my breath pretty much.
So it cuts to Arya.
Yeah,
she's in the woods now. She's like camping out, I guess, for the night, and then like the next day she'll like ride to Winterfell.
Right.
And so she's like kind of like making a fire, and like the horse is kind of acting like antsy, and like I kind of knew what was gonna happen because we saw it in the promos.
Yeah.
And so like a couple minutes later, like all like these wolves like come and like surround her.
Yeah, like
and
tiny
then,
wolves,
like smaller wolves, and she's like, oh shit, and then like from the back. You see like this huge white
roll up,
like dire wolf, like roll up,
massive,
and it was her.
Nymeria comes through. Oh my gosh!
But like she didn't really come through.
She came through for a minute though.
I was like gonna bawl.
Heartbroken.
And then she looks at her, like Arya looks at her.
Yeah.
And what did she say to her? She
says like, "Hey girl, I'm gonna go back to the north." She's like, "You can come with
like, it's me. It's Arya."
Me. And like the dog slow, like because before it was like she was baring her fangs, and she was she was like, who the fuck are you? And then she was like, oh hey, and then they're like, look, like
there's getting very like getting like closer,
close up eye like shots of like the dog and like Arya, and Nymeria is just like kind of looking at her, trying to like figure out what she's trying to say. And Arya like wants her to come with her.
And that's really the first time that you've seen Arya plead for anything.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Or even like find a connection with her family for so many seasons.
But even just begging, like, I'm going home. Like the real Arya like came through, and I was like, oh my God, like she's gonna go home. Like she knows who she is. Yeah. And then the dog just like turns around and walks away.
And then she's like,
it freaking crushed my soul.
Broke my heart. I was like
she's so hurt, probably, right? Like, is that probably why?
So
like she left her, right?
I think it has. We can just deconstruct the shit out of this.
Yes.
This part.
Okay.
But
like there's like a double.
I think there's so much to it. I think one of the reasons why. So one of the things I thought was gonna happen potentially was like Nymeria was just gonna go like ape shit.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, is she gonna bite her head off?
Kill her. And then I was like, that would have been like such an amazingly tragic ending for Arya to be like killed by the person, like the dog that kind of like she left and like was a connection to her family. So I was like, I could totally get that happening. They were getting very, very close to each other. So I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I was like freaking out, but that didn't happen. But yeah, she dips because I think what it is Arya's now getting this connection back from her family because she's a human being and like she has those emotions and she has that history. But because she like told Nymeria to like get the fuck out of there, she ended up like doing her own thing. Now she's a wild wolf. She has her own pack. that's not her thing anymore. Like, she's not going to be like, I'm going to listen to you now. And like, let's just go do our, like, let's go together.
So I think it's like two things.
Okay, go.
When she saw her, I'm like, either she's so hurt that like she left her. Like Nymeria is so hurt that like Arya left her all those seasons ago. She's like, peace out.
Years ago, yeah.
And so there's no loyalty there anymore. She's like, no, like you like left me and like I'm gonna dip. I don't think it was like that she forgot who she was or like she didn't know that it was Arya. I think she knew exactly what she was telling her and she knew it was Arya. Yeah. But she's like, cheese that like you left me. Like you told me to like F off.
Right.
Or it's the second thing that it's like she was like, it's almost symbolic of who Arya is right now.
Yeah.
Like she's lost every single tie to the family of who she is and like her soul.
Yeah.
And so that dog isn't connected to her anymore. Like they almost like it's like a
thing,
breaking, right?
Yeah.
I think with Sansa too, like having her dog die so early on, like I felt like it broke something in Sansa too. Mm-hmm. There's a connection there,
of
right?
course,
with like
absolutely.
that Stark and like the dog.
It scared me.
Now, maybe are they going to come back? I do think she's going to find her way back to Nymeria and like vice versa. I feel like they will.
This is not the last time we've seen Nymeria.
No. There's no way. No way.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like the way that I saw it too was like, yeah, she has taken on the personality of like who Arya has been all this time.
Yeah. It's like they became they're the same person, just like a dog and a human.
Yeah,
like,
she's separate. Yeah, she's like off doing her own thing. But the thing is, like Arya has not gained her own crew. You know, like. She has her own people now. Nymeria has her own.
Well, Arya had her own crew. She had the guy.
Gendry?
No.
Who?
Like, I think it's just like she met all these different people along the way. She almost had her own family in a sense. Yeah, they're not with her right now, but like she still did. She had her own group of people that she, like that's taught her all what she's.
But like now, Nymeria not down for that anymore because like it's that connection has been broken. So maybe
Arya's gonna have to like work to like get her back.
So my worry was at that point in time that she was gonna be like, where I am, she's like, she would make that realization like again. I am
different.
She's like, I am different.
Yeah, that's why I was scared.
I'm not going to be going back because like when I get back home, like what is there left for me?
Yeah.
Like that was my biggest fear watching her like have that interaction with Nymeria because I was like, she's like, because that's not you.
Because that's at the end.
That's the last thing that she says to her. She's like, it's not you though.
What do you mean?
Like she says that to her. She says to Nymeria, she's like,
it's not you. What's not you?
Like going back home with me.
Why?
Because she's like, it's just not you anymore. Like, it's not who you are.
No, I don't accept that.
That's what she said to her.
I know, but like, I don't accept
but
that.
like, imagine that.
So does that mean that she's not going to go home?
That's why I got scared. I was like, oh God, is she just going to turn back around and like go back home? Like, go back down south? Because she's like, who am I when I go back north?
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like another kid sister. Like, who am I anyway? When you really think about the whole journey that Arya's done, she really has gone through the entire thing all by herself. Mm-hmm. And now that she has this opportunity to go back home because like people are alive and stuff, what does that even mean? Like what, we're just gonna be like a happy family now? Like we've always talked about like how she's like to live this ninja assassin life. She's like the most emotionally damaged out of all three.
I think I'll be really upset if she doesn't go home.
I would be too.
I would be just for the whole trajectory of the show. Yeah. Like then I don't care about Arya. Like I don't care. Like you have to go home at some point. She needs to bring herself back.
100%. Like, she needs to see Jon though. Like that's the thing that makes me so upset. Like,
I'm really hoping that at the same time Bran and Arya come at the same time. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for now because now that Jon's gone, like I don't want Arya getting there with just Sansa because I feel like they're gonna like beef it out or something. Same. I think at some point there was a teaser that.
Oh, you saw the teaser for next season?
No, not a teaser, but like a hint almost that like Arya's holding a dagger.
Oh yeah,
that was Littlefingers or something.
Right.
So I do feel like at some point she's gonna get back to Winterfell to get that dagger.
100%.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
There's all these like
really freaking heartbreaking. What I'm thinking is next episode or whenever, I feel like Arya's gonna be in like a dire situation. Like really like
no pun intended.
Like like she's gonna almost die. And then the direwolf is gonna like come through. Yeah. I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
That would be really cool. I mean, that's what I thought was gonna happen this episode. Like that episode when like all the wolves came and then she did come and I was like, oh, Nymeria. Yeah. Oh God, what a.
But you're right. Like her saying it's not you. Like it's pretty big. Like
that's massive because it like could be reflective of who she is too. Like it's not me to be going back home either. But we'll see. We'll see what she decides to do next episode. Because right now, I really is up in the air for me mentally. Because I'm like, if I see her next episode in Kinzani, I'd be like, okay. Her
story alone is like, it just breaks my soul.
Orphan children. Okay, so then it cuts back to where is this? This is the real question that I was having this whole scene, and it's the final epic
boats,
scene.
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're like in the middle of the water.
But why?
Because they're going to King's Landing.
Oh, they're on their way to King's Landing.
On their way to King's Landing. Because if Dragonstone's like here, I know you guys can't see my pointing, but Dragonstone's here, King's Landing is here. They're just going in the water from here to here.
I see.
So somewhere in that middle, because Euron was leaving King's Landing.
Right. They like
that's what happened.
Dude, those boats were a lot bigger than I thought they were.
Oh, like when you say a lot, it's like freaking like the World Trade Center versus like a floor building. Like it was like I was like, what the hell is that coming through the clouds?
I was like, oh my god, their freaking ships are massive. So that's the thing that kind of like threw me off.
The only thing I didn't believe was that you guys did not see these boats coming at you. Like what, you guys were all like lounging in the basement. Like what were you guys doing? Yeah, like, what was happening? Nobody saw like a whole posse of boats coming through.
Well, it's funny because it is something that was really hinted at by like Khaleesi when she was talking to like Lady Greyjoy. She was like, you can't like be like running around like fucking other people anymore. Like you gotta like focus. I think she said that at one point. Like, don't go into brothels and stuff. I think it was like last season when
Khaleesi said that. Oh.
Yeah, when they made like the final pact.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's like, you guys can't be like these like crazy wild people. Like you are now ruling under me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like look what happens now. Like you're like going to have sex with somebody and like now you're getting bombed out. So that's just exactly what happened. Euron comes right through and he like massacres the entire fucking
yeah, like they like not even a like there wasn't don't even a fight. Chance. Like don't even try.
And it was
the like, one sand snake girl died.
Two of them.
Oh, two of them.
Both of them got murked.
The other one got murked too.
Yeah, the first one got like room. Stabbed.
Yeah.
No, the first one got stabbed by like a spear. First of all, there was like this random ass scene of like the sisters just like having like a little girl to girl conversation like in the beginning before they got attacked. They were like all in the hammocks and they were just like talking about like some dumb shit. I don't even know what it was. I was like, okay, stop. We're done having the sand snakes have like a storyline. Yeah. We're done.
I'm ready for them to be done.
Like I'm done with them. So, and you know that they did that for sure because they were gonna die this episode. Yeah. So they like two of them go up top and they go and attack two of the oldest ones, I guess, go in and try to attack Euron like head to head. And he's so strong and he like punches them and like one of them has a whip. Like what is she gonna do?
Yeah.
Every single time she like whips him, he like pulls on the whip and like punches her in the face. So like I was like, well, that was pointless.
So stupid.
And the one with the spear, she kept like hitting him, but then like before she would recoil, he'd like punch her too. So I was like, you guys are useless.
Yeah.
So the one with the spear gets like stabbed in the chest and she dies.
Yeah.
The other one goes like crazy because she sees her sister die. She like whips him and then like he like chokes her to death.
Yeah, he chokes her.
And then like in the final, like one of the final the scenes is like both of them like kind of like hanging off of the ship.
Oh, that was the two of them?
Yeah. So like one of them's like hanging from the whip and like one of them's just like hanging there like dead.
That's bad.
It was like really like message received. And so in between all that like chaos, the Dorne lady, she gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
So now we know what trophy he's bringing back to Cersei.
Yeah. We booked that.
We kind of booked that. Yeah. So she's gonna go back because she's like, just kill me now, and they're like, no.
Like you're worth way more.
Yeah. So they're gonna take him back, and so does. They have a battle like Euron and
it obviously comes down to like Euron and the sister like Theon's sister, and they're like battling it out for like a bit, like shit's like flying everywhere, there's bombs going off, like everyone's basically dead around them.
Really cool like shots.
It was
like,
cool.
The fight was amazing. Yeah. So cool.
And then like obviously like he almost like kills her, like he has her now like in his like arms, and then Theon's standing right there on the deck and he's like, come on, like get your sister, like save her, and Theon's just like looking at her.
And then he drops his fucking
sword. It was like
sword.
freaking like 10-minute scene, like of him just like shaking like a little bitch.
Yeah.
And then she's like, she knew it too. Like she didn't say anything. She started crying because she knows what her brother is. And he just like literally, guys, he jumps off the boat.
Yeah.
Like and he dipped.
He like dies of laughter. Like Euron.
Yeah, like Euron's like dying of laughter. But I was shocked that Euron didn't kill her. I'm like, she's dead. Like she's gonna get her throat slit. They already have that girl, so like it's okay.
They don't need anybody else.
But he kept her. Like he like carried her off.
Prisoner or whatever. I guess prisoner of war.
Yeah. But yeah, Theon like just goes into the water. And then like starts swimming after the boat, and then I'm like, what the hell?
Guys, season
and my
7?
dad made a good point because my dad's like, he knew that he can't do anything like in that moment. So like maybe him saving himself, he'll go and save her.
I thought the same
I'm
thing.
sure he's gonna do, but like also it looks like, really bad.
It looks really
like you
bad.
Jumped off the boat.
He didn't even like wink at her. He was like,
I'll come back for you. Yeah.
He was just like, bye.
Yeah, it's true. He could have said like, I'll come back for you.
Yeah.
And then like ran away. But
exactly.
even that would have been really
bad. That would have been stupid. Yeah, exactly. He like literally left his sister with his fucking uncle.
And he just
and he said that he would like it was interesting because they set up the scene like in a really funny way.
Yeah.
Because like he was like they were talking to the Dorne woman and the Dorne woman's like, ooh, so some
she was like hitting on her. Yeah.
Comes after your
She's
sister.
like, I'm gonna touch her here. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
And Theon's like not saying anything.
Yeah, because he's like,
whatever, but the sister's like, no, he's my protector. Like he's will always be there for me. Like he watches over me.
He'll be the one to like protect me till like the end of my life.
Yeah.
And then like that.
And then obviously not.
Happen.
Yeah.
So this is my question: Season 7, Episode 2. How are we still back at Theon being a fucking bitch?
I know. I said the same thing.
Like,
I know. I said the same
come
thing.
on.
Yeah, it's a little repetitive. It's way too drawn out. Like I was okay with that whole story being dead last night.
Yeah.
I was okay with both the Greyjoys dying,
Yeah.
taking the one woman and going.
Yeah.
Like I was okay because I'm like, I've had enough of this family. I feel like their whole storyline has been back and forth, back and forth. He's a bitch. He's not a bitch. He's a bitch. He's not a bitch. Yeah. Like let's just be done with this bitch storyline.
bitch. Yeah, totally.
You know, like
totally.
I'm done.
I 100% agree. So stupid.
That's how the episode ends.
Yeah. So what did you think? Predictions?
No, it was good. It was good.
On the episode.
Predictions. Obviously, like Euron's probably gonna like get up in Cersei for sure now.
Oh yeah.
Like she's gonna be like turned on by him. Because he's probably gonna bring back both of them. That's like 2 people.
That's true.
Massive. But now what does that mean for Khaleesi? She has no more ships anymore. Like they're all dead. They're all probably. Gone. Yeah, like they're burned. So that whole part of her army is gone.
Yeah.
So that plan for them to invade King's Landing
screwed.
Is gone now.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, I have no idea.
It's back to the drawing board for them probably. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're just gonna do Castle Rock first. I don't know. Maybe Jon Snow's gonna come and like shake things up too. Like he might be like, guys, but there's a war in the north. Like what are we doing here? So who knows, right?
It's true. I'm uber duper excited about that particular scene. Like her meeting him.
But
for the first time.
I'm kind of upset that like Bran didn't come yet, because like I would have wanted him to know that information going into it. It's so. But true. Maybe not. But I really want I don't want him to leave Dragonstone without knowing his true like self.
Right. He needs to find an answer. They both need to get that answer. I think they both need to realize that they're both related.
Like, how does Tyrion not know any of this? He's read all of those damn books. Doesn't know any of this.
But like, how do you even make that connection? Nothing's even really.
But how does Littlefinger know then?
He's only making assumptions.
Yeah,
Littlefinger's only making assumptions.
Okay, but an assumption is still an assumption. Like, Tyrion has no idea.
Pretty smart assumptions. Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
I don't know. What do you think the fate is of like the Red Woman? She's not allowed to go back to the north. So
and Jon Snow's gonna see her now when he goes there.
True.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It's just gonna be a really interesting scene.
Yeah.
Khaleesi and him have never had a scene together.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm
so excited about it.
Oh my god!
What else happened in this episode that like blew your mind? What do you think Sansa's gonna do? What do you think her like role is now? She gonna like go fuck shit up?
Yeah, I think she's gonna fuck shit up.
Or is
I think more than ever I see like a Cersei in her. Not to the obviously same degree right now, but like I feel like because Jon has left her there to like kind of rule, it's gonna leave her open, and I feel like she's gonna make a lot of mistakes.
But weren't they gonna be in like training mode anyway? Like what were they out to do at this point in time anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like she has the Army of the Veil behind her anyway. Yeah. So I was like, what was she gonna rogue out and do anyways? Yeah. So now that she's a ruler, what is she gonna do? Like, what's gonna be different?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, are they gonna like march south anyway?
I don't know. But all I know is like Littlefinger is not happy because Jon Snow like definitely like disrespected him.
And now he like looked
and now
up
he's
at Sansa
with
and he's
Sansa
like,
alone. He has her ear again, and that's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So we can definitely see like some scheming.
Yeah.
Super scheming happening in that part of it. But other than that, I can't really think of anything else that's happening right now. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, guys, it's really freaking good. Ugh.
Next episode is called
Nymeria.
I think it's called like
it's called the Queen's
Gift or something like that.
The Queen's Justice, I think.
Queen's Justice.
So it's obviously gonna have something to do with
the Dorne woman.
Oh,
getting murked.
Cersei. Yeah. Oh, like Cersei's the first time I read it to you, I was like, yo, Cersei's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then after I was like, oh wait, I think it means like she's
The
gonna punish someone else. Fucking Cersei.
She gets away with everything.
Yeah. Like it's been too long
Yeah.
too. Like she's gotten away with way too much.
So since that's episode 1, I do want to really quickly talk about this just in case it happens next episode. But we've come up with a lot of theories with our friends and like between each other, like what's gonna happen next. So we got the Arya Nymeria scene, which I was really happy to see. That was kind of like theorized, but that was mostly because of the preview basically gave it away. Promos, but the next one that I wanted to talk about was how is Cersei gonna die? I really want to talk about this.
I mean, I think I know who's gonna kill her. I don't know how she's gonna die.
So yeah, I think that's one of the things. We kind of have guessed that Jaime's gonna be the one to die because it's the most tragic situation for it to happen. But the question is like, how is that gonna happen? So this one kind of shot my whole idea to hell because I was like, what if Euron goes and kidnaps Tyrion, brings him back to King's Landing, he gets killed off by Cersei, and then Jaime gets pissed because he's like, you killed my brother.
No, that's too much.
And then he kills him.
No.
So that was like a reach. Obviously.
Not that it's a reach. I just think for where we are right now in the show, it just can't happen. Yeah,
it just didn't happen. So how gonna happen though?
I mean, I think Jaime's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
From where it stems from, I don't know.
That's like the real thing, right?
I think if she does marry Euron, like it's gonna cause a huge divide between the two of
True.
them. I feel like he's gonna feel some type of way.
Oh my god, is there gonna be a wedding up in this fucking season?
Maybe. You know what I mean? I feel like that's gonna cause some tension. I don't know what she's gonna do. That's gonna be like the end all be all for Jaime.
Right.
Because I still feel like he's kind of evil in some parts. So like.
I mean, he's so dedicated to Cersei.
So dedicated
like
to her.
I
mean, I'd love to see her just die like every like person that's ever dealt like cutting off her head in front of everyone.
Right.
Like you did that to so many people
right.
under like false like accusations and shit. You should die that same way. Like like someone beheads you in front of everyone.
To her defense, she did try to stop Joffrey from chopping his head off.
Yeah.
But still, she's ruthless. Ruthless and evil.
True.
Like we know that's who she is. I'm interested to see like how she's gonna kill the Dorne woman.
Yeah.
Because she's not gonna make her suffer for sure.
It's gonna be messed up.
It's gonna be really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real.
Anyways, guys, be sure to check us out.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at recap_rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you're thinking of the podcast.
Yeah.
What you're thinking about the show. Who you think is gonna kill Cersei. We want to know what you guys are thinking.
I want to set up a poll. I want to set up a poll on Twitter. And just like see what is up. Yeah.
And then let's discuss it.
Keep us connected. Let us know what you guys think. And keep listening.
And
that's it. Bye.